Hello and welcome to Echo. We're back. I took slightly longer of a hiatus than I wanted to, but we're back with Echo, and The Expanse should be starting again very soon if I haven't posted the first video by the time this one goes up. So yeah, I thought I would check out Echo. There's only 5 episodes, so it should be pretty easy to blast through it, and I'll probably post the Echo videos once every week. We'll see how it goes. I'm still settling in a bit of a transitional period at the moment, so bear with me through that. Echoes, let's watch Echo, shall we? I haven't seen... Now, I have seen Hawkeye, so I kind of know who Maya is and who Echo, you know, the Kingpin's involvement in that, and etc. I've also seen Daredevil, but that was a long time ago. That was like 5 years ago now, so it's been a hot second. I need to rewatch it because it's such a good show. And I really love the characters and everything. I have not seen She-Hulk, which I believe is the last thing that Daredevil was in. Yeah, I watched the first episode of that and I was like, this is boring. Well, I wasn't uninterested in it, but then I just kind of forgot, and then by all accounts it looked really bad, so I just never ended up finishing it. One day I'll go back and watch like the scenes that Daredevil is in, because again, I really like the character and Charlie Cox plays him very well, and I'm excited to see him in this. No real idea what to expect. Don't really have high hopes, but we'll have fun with it. See how it goes. Yeah, anyway, let's get into it and hopefully have fun. Come and let's watch this show. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, anyway, let's just get into this and see what it's all about, shall we? Fancy pool? This is not how I was expecting it to start. This feels more magic than the more sci-fi stuff I was expecting. Okay, now I'm really confused about what the show is about, because I thought it was just going to be like kind of almost a crime thingy, more Daredevil-y, but now we've got this going on? That doesn't look good. Get back in your pool. Okay! That was not how I thought this show was going to go. I do love the sign language. I really enjoyed that in Hawkeye. I don't know any New Zealand sign language, let alone American sign language. Yeah, there they are, yep. I'm nervous because we never saw anything about Maya's mother. Oh dear, brakes now. Oh, yep, there it is. Also, Maya is an amputee, so methinks maybe this is the origin of that. Yeah. Oh, that does not look good. I'm very interested in the style, what the style of the show's going to be, because Maya is deaf, because you can play a lot with sound design, I think. I do feel that we're getting very prologues and not into it fully yet, but establishing characters is good. And they're off moving, I guess? Grandma doesn't look very upset about this fact. Oh. We're getting a very long prologue. Oh, this was a scene in Hawkeye, wasn't it? I feel like having him sign, but having his hands below the frame is not useful. Still just kind of waiting for the point of the show. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm being too picky, but I've got nothing to hold on to. There he is. It's just recapping what we... Oh, there we go. See, I don't know what the point is yet. We're basically just getting a backstory exposition dump, which I feel like is not a good way to start a show. Like, it's good to catch people up who maybe haven't seen Hawkeye, but I feel like you can do that in a way that isn't just dumping the backstory on you before we even know why we care about Maya. I don't know. I would have liked an introduction to the actual conflict of the show earlier, because it's been like 15 minutes already and we haven't seen modern day Maya. We don't know what the modern day conflict is going to be yet. Yeah, this is the sound design I'm wanting. Yeah, I enjoyed that. There he is.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to step back.
Well, I appreciate that he has a translator. It adds that aspect of detachment. Like, I feel like it would have fit his character to sign himself. But it also adds something to... You wanna give her the
I was 12 years old. The pain that I felt in the wake of that moment.
I have no sympathy for you, my guy.
Something that
We're missing a very critical component to that story. Bro. Oh my god.
Okay.
What'd you expect, man? Ooh. That was, didn't even hesitate. Oh, I'm enjoying the long shot. I like the sound design fading because it kind of gets you in her head fully. I was not expecting him this soon.
I've been watching them all night. Show up.
Oh my gosh, it's so good to see him again.
Screwed everything.
Oh, that was her. Oh, I love that. She's using her prosthetic leg as a shield. That was cool. I feel like she wouldn't be able to hold her own with Daredevil at his peak. Yeah. Oh, that was terrifying. Again, they've got the long shots as well. He's so cool.
Did better than even I expected.
Curious to know when this is set. I think this is still
Did
during
you
the
find
blip,
the exercise?
which means it'll be after Daredevil.
That would be.
Now we're getting the Hawkeye recap. Now, I don't think he's actually dead, and I haven't thought that since I watched Hawkeye. I have heard in the comics he gets blinded by Echo shooting him. That doesn't look good. I feel like that would be more effective if you did it under the shirt. She's going home. This is the point where you should pull over and have a nap at the side of the road. But also, given her state, I feel like that would be a bad idea, considering she's bleeding out. Is Bonnie gonna be here? Oh, no, sewing it with... Stitching herself up with, floss, owie.
If my grandma finds out someone's squatting here, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Oh, this is gonna be Biscuit Guy?
It's me, Biscuits!
Yeah.
Oh my god! New York. Huge.
I like that he's still signing even though he's having a conversation with the dog. That was a fun establishing. Those were fun establishing shots. Kind of giving you the vibe of the town. Is she actually in town for business? Or is she searching for what she's gonna do with life? Feels... I like the vibe of it kind of being stuck in the past almost. They're just gonna keep skating around, waiting for the red light. That man types very fast. I love the framing of her in that shot.
Blade.
Looking, he was set. It keeps the cannula from slipping out of your carotid during the sanguination. But I don't think we're embalming you today.
That's a bit creepy. Who is this guy? I feel like given all the exposition backstory dump we got, he should have shown up before. Unless I'm clueless and completely missed him. Ha. Is she going on a mission to take down all of Fisk's leftover stuff?
I won't bring a war here. Kill the people I love and who love you.
Ah, this will be Kingpin is actually still alive. Yep. Did she shoot him in the eye? I don't want to watch the preview. That's spoilers. Well, I like the setup. I think we've got a fun. There's a fun setup there that could be that I'm interested to see how they're going to expand upon, because you have Maya, who was essentially ripped from her home as a kid after blaming herself for her mother's death, and then feeling lost and out of place her whole life. And then Kingpin using her for nefarious purposes and bad guy stuff. And I think this will be a fun show because we're kind of setting up the tension between her family and her people she loves, but also her want for revenge, want for power, ambition. That's kind of the setup I'm getting, is family versus ambition. And that, I think, will be a lot of fun to see how that plays out. I think this episode very much gave me a sense of they needed to catch everyone up with what happened in Hawkeye, so most of it was a backstory exposition dump, which I think could have been done a lot better, because there were a lot of moments that I just wasn't getting the emotional impact from. Like her father dying. I'm like, cool, I've seen this already in Hawkeye. I haven't reconnected with Maya as a character I care about. So I didn't really care that much about rewatching her father's death. And same with her shooting Kingpin and like the betrayal from him. I think you can weave that backstory in a lot better into the story instead of giving us a exposition dump right at the beginning. And it kind of held off from getting into the actual story. Like, for the first half of this episode, I was like, what am I expecting from this show? Like, what am I supposed to be wanting out of it? And I think, again, they set up things well. Like, there was that sense of her family is really important to her, you know? She was saying Bonnie is her sister more than her cousin. And they were setting that up, that her family is important. But I think, I don't know, it felt like there was a lot of backstory before we were connected to the character. And sometimes that backstory can help you connect to the character, but other times it just makes you feel like, what are we doing here? Absolutely loved seeing Daredevil. That was so cool. I was not expecting him in episode 1, but oh boy. I always forget how much I absolutely love Charlie Cox's Daredevil until he shows up and I see him, I hear him talking and see him fighting, and oh, that was so much fun. And yeah, I love the choreography was fun. Daredevil looked fluid and bouncy like he did in the show. And I really enjoyed Maya using her prosthetic leg as a shield. I think that was really cool. I'm enjoying the sound design as well. There's a lot of like important moments for her, kind of tunnel visioning in on her experience and like what she is currently hearing, which is pretty much nothing. And it kind of connects you more to her because you're like in there with her, experiencing the silence. Yeah, so eventually they got to a point that I was excited about the setup for. Let's go with that. I also am excited for the tension between family and ambition, which I think is going to be the main tension in this. And I think the opening scene and her like dream moment as well is kind of tying into that, because her connection with her ancestors is part of that connection to her family thing. And I'm really excited to see how they're going to tie in the Native American aspects into it as well. I'm from New Zealand. I have very little knowledge on anything Native American. I am a very white, second generation European immigrant in New Zealand who's never set foot in North America or anywhere in America. So I'm going in pretty ignorantly, and I'm looking forward to learning more about it and like seeing how they explore the culture as well, because it seems to be an important part of Maya's backstory. Yeah, it's got a promising start, even if I think the writing and format of the episode could have been done a little better. But yeah, I think that'll do it from me. I'm not sure how regularly I'm going to be posting these videos. We'll see how regularly I get through watching them. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys head off, grab a drink, get a snack, take a nap, go for a walk, go and do something that is not on YouTube. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.